So hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Start. Okay, and in the last class we have discussed about how to pass data from one component to other component using R attribute and R method. Okay, using these two we can pass data from parent to child. So today we'll discuss about application event. So application event is like not like a parent to child. We can pass data from one component to other component even though there is no relationship. Okay, so application event is like a open source, so anyone can access that event, anyone can use that event. Okay, so there is no like a relationship like a child to parent and parent to child. Okay, generally if you want to pass data from child to parent we can use a parent component event, but application event is like a open source, so you can create event and you can fire the event. So even there is no relationship from one component to other component, you can handle the event. Okay, so application event is like an open source event. Okay, so even if you want to pass data from one component to other component, even though there is no relationship. Okay, if you want to pass data from one component to other component, even if there is no relationship, then you can go for application event. Okay, so we'll see how we can pass data from one component to other component, even though there is no relationship. Okay, so for that we can use the application event. Okay, so previously like we are calling child component in parent, we are passing data, but application event is a little bit different. We are not calling any child component in parent component, so just we are passing data from between the two different components even though there is no relationship. Okay, we'll see how we can pass data from one component to other component if there is no relationship. So first I'll create an event, like I'll use the application event because we can use application event to pass data from one component to other component. Okay, for example I can give name equal to app event. Okay, I'm giving name equal to application event. Okay, so just I will declare one attribute to pass data from one component to other component. You can say by default it's showing like application type is equal to, if you want to create a component event, you can type a component here. Okay, so here I can create one attribute. So in that attribute, so this attribute I'll pass data from one component to other component. So so attribute name equal to, I can give for example message. Okay, type equal to string. Okay, this is also very important question. They will ask you sometimes question how we can pass data from one component to other component. You can say application event also an example. And if they will ask the question how we can pass data from one component to other component if there is no relationship, then also you can say application event. So you can you can give this is the answer. So I have created one attribute in the application event called type is equal to name message. Okay, and type is equal to string. Okay, for example I create one component. I can give for example component, okay, 0001. I'm giving component 0001. Click submit. Okay, so I'm creating one component called 0001. Okay, so because one space extra. Okay. So generally for component event, if you want to pass data from child to parent, we have to register the event. Okay, we have to register the event using R register event. But for application event, we don't need to register the event. Just directly we can fire the event from the JS controller and we can handle in the parent. Okay, that is, if you want to use the R register event, you can use it, but it is not required. If you want to use, you can use it, but it is not required. Okay, so I will not create any register event here because not required. Just I'll create one lightning button to fire the event. Lightning button. I can give example label equal to so click here to fire the event, to fire the application event. Okay, and label I'll give on click. Just I can create a one function. So C colon. Okay, I can give component, so app event. Otherwise, I can give fire event, fire application event to make it clear. So if you want to give any styles for button, you can give like a variant equal to brand, so that it will display button in a brand. I mean blue color, blue background and all. Save. VARIANT. Okay. So I have created one button here. Okay. So just to, I'll create one div. Okay. So I'll put this button in this div tag. Okay. I add some box here, class equal to SLDS box. Okay. So just I'll give some name here to make it clear. So this is component 1. Okay. So this is component 1. Click save. So I want to fire the event. Just go here, controller. So fire application event. Okay. So how we can fire the application event? How we can get the application event here? Okay. How we can get the event here? So to get the event, get the app event, application event, we have to use the below syntax. So variable application event equals to, we have to use a $a dot, okay, get. So we have to use a e dot, e means event dot namespace c, then give the event name. So what is the event name? App evt, right? App evt. Okay. So how we can get the event from the controller? So we have to use this is a syntax. $a dot get e dot namespace and application name. So once you get the event, so there, if you want to pass params, you want to do anything, you can say, for example, so I want to params, I want to set params for this attribute. In the event, I have declared one attribute. I want to assign some data for that. I can assign data using app event dot set params method. Okay. So I will assign the data to this attribute. What's the attribute we have? So attribute name equals to message, right? Okay. Message. And for example, I can give, so I can give, for example, I am from component 1. Okay. So just I'm calling that attribute. So just we are getting the event. In the event, we have a one attribute for that. I'm assigning some message here. Okay. Then we have to fire the event. App event dot fire. Okay. So we have created event. Okay. Then so for application event, you don't need to register the event. Directly you can get the event using $a dot get a dot c application event. Then assign the parameters for that application event. Any attributes are there, you can assign the data here and fire the method, fire the event. So how we can handle this event? Okay, so I'll create one more component called lightning component 002. Okay, click submit. Okay, so I'm creating one more component like a component 001, component 002. Now for these two components, we don't have any relationship. Okay, for component 1 and component 2, there is no relationship. But how we can communicate between these two components is we can use how we can handle that event in the component 1. So we can use the aura handler. Okay, so aura handler. So you can give aura handler, and then you can give the event, which event you want to call. So C colon app event. So this is the event I want to handle. Okay, I want to do this action. So I can give C dot handle application event. Okay, so by using this we can handle the event. Okay, so what we can do is just we can display some message like to identify which one is a component one, which one is a component two. For example, I can give this one or attribute name equal to, I can give, for example, event message. So whatever the data we are assigning in the component one, that data I want to assign to this component. Event message type equal to string. Okay. So whenever I'm handling this event, okay, so whatever the data I'm getting from the component one, that I want to assign to this one. Okay. So I'll print that data, whatever I'm getting, div. So here I can give some just message. This is component 2. Okay. So I'll print this information. So v dot event message. Okay. So if you want to assign some styles, you can assign. I can give some box. So class SLDS box. Okay. So now you can observe there is no relationship between component 001 and component 002. We are not calling this component 1 in a component 2. So, but still we can pass data from this to this by using the application event. Okay. So by using a handler, we can handle that event. So this event can handle by any component. So whatever the event is there, whatever the event is there in the component, okay, this event can handle by any event, any component. Okay. So how we can handle that event? Okay, just by handle application event, I will call this some controller. So just if you want to call that event wherever, you can just use a handler. So get the event and handle the event in the parent component. What is the name? Handle application event. I can get the handle application event. So we can get the message. Whatever the message is there in the child component. Get message from like a event dot get params, get param. So what is the message here? We have message. So what are the value we are sending in the component 1, that value we are getting in a component 2. Okay. So then I will assign these values to the my component. So I will assign whatever the message I'm getting, that I will assign to the my attribute in the component 2. Where I want to assign? Here, for this I want to assign my information. So v dot message event message. What are the message we are getting from the child? That I will assign to the this one. Okay, so we'll discuss once again same thing. So I have created a component 1. In the component 1, just I have created one button. Okay, so in the button, just I'm fire the event. Okay, whatever the message is there, the application event, I'm firing that event in the component 1. So for that event, I'm getting event. Once we get the event, there we have one parameter called message. For that, I'm assigning some message and I'm firing the event. So then, so once you fire the event, this event we are handling in a component 2. There is no relationship between this one and this one. So if you want to handle the application event, just we are handling using a HARA handler. So event equal to application action. In this action, I'm getting the message and assigning this message to the where this my attribute. Okay, we'll see how it will work now. If you want to test this one, you have to call these two components in one application. For example, I can call this one C colon, and what is the component 001, right? 01, and other one is component 002. So we are calling both components in one place, one application. The component named markup is CM01. Preview. You can see this is a component 1. So here we can click the file, the event. So that event is handled by in the parent component. So to understand, make it clear, in the parent component, so getting message from component 1. Okay, click a save. Just refresh the page. You can see, so currently there is no value assigned to this event message. So when we can assign this message? So whenever I click this button, so event will fire. So that is handled by this component. Okay, that is handled by in this component. Okay, just you can click the message. Is not a function. Some spelling mistake. On click. So C dot fire application event. We have this expression syntax. Just refresh the page. Cannot read proper set params of undefined. Set params. Undefined. App event dot set params. What is the message attribute? Name, message, right? Application event dot set params. Okay, yeah, I'm just missing some colon. Just refresh the page. App event dot set params. So you can use set param because we have only one parameter. We'll try. So here we have to use a colon. Click a save. Just refresh the page. Now you can see you're getting data from the component one to component like this. Your pass. So we can use application event like this. Okay, we can pass data from one component to other component, even though there is no relationship. Okay, so these are the three ways we can pass data from one component to other component. Okay, using this, we can pass data from parent to child, and you can use application event to pass data from any component. So we have one more event is there, a component event that we can discuss in the next class. Okay, thanks everyone.